Hi all. So today we'll cover the topic outline agreement. So in SAP, what is exactly the outline agreement and how many types of outline agreements are present and what will be the definition of those and what will be the steps should be followed and what will be the possible interview question we will discuss regarding that. So if you are coming to my channel for the very first time, kindly subscribe the channel and click the bell icon and like the video. So let's start. So for the outline agreement, what will be the definition? So outline agreement is the agreement between the company or purchaser with the vendor. So normally outline agreement is of two types. One is the contract, another one is scheduling agreement. So you are saying in the picture also. So let's come to the definition part, come to the next. What is the contract and what is the scheduling agreement? If we will talk regarding the contract, what is the contract? Contract is a legal agreement between the company and with the vendor for a particular material for a particular price for a certain period of time. So in the contract, the company makes the agreement with the vendor. So for a particular matter, he will going to purchase that material for a certain period of time with a particular price, right? And if we'll talk regarding the how many types of contract is present, so normally three types of contract present. So one is the quantity contract, second one is the value contract, and third one is the centrally agreed contract. So we'll discuss regarding that what are was there. So come to the scheduling agreement. What is the scheduling agreement? Scheduling agreement is the long-term agreement. Sometimes a particular material is purchased by the company for a long period of time. For that only he make a agreement with the vendor for the long time agreement, and which is you can create the scheduling agreement with respect to the RFQ, request for quotation, or purchasing requisition or contract. So we will discuss regarding the scheduling agreement also in the next video, because if we will discuss regarding the contract and scheduling agreement, the video will be too long, right? So in this video, we will discuss regarding the contract only. So what is the quantity contract, what is the value contract, and what is the centrally agreed contract? We'll discuss regarding that, and we will talk regarding the practical also. We'll see the practical how we will put which parameter in the which field. Come to the next, contract. So what is the quantity contract? So quantity contract is the contract which is based upon the quantity. That means the purchaser makes the contract with the vendor for a particular material for a certain period of time. He is going to purchase this much amount of material or stock for a certain period of time. He make the contract, he is going to purchase this much quantity of material from that vendor only. So that is called as the quantity contract. What is the value contract? Value contract means to purchase the material from the vendor with the based upon the price only. Okay, like I am going to, the company wants to purchase the material for 3 lakh rupees or 1 crore rupees for a certain period of time. So it is called as the value based contract. And third one is the centrally agreed contract. Centrally agreed contract means if the purchaser is going to purchase that material with respect to the company code and in the company code level, and for that particular thing you want to do any agreement with the a vendor. So for that only we are using the centrally agreed contract. So here the definition part I have mentioned, and if you want the definition or notes, I can provide the notes also after the video in the description. So come to the steps. What steps we should follow for this contract? So first of all, we have to create the purchase requisition. Mind in my in your mind, keep one thing: the quantity contract and value contract is almost same, but yes, we have to change few things only. So I just mention over here which steps we are going to follow over here. So first of all, we will create the purchase requisition with the T code ME51N. Then after, request for quotation with respect to purchase requisition with the T code ME41. After that, we will maintain the quotation ME47 from different vendors. And after that, we will compare the price with ME49 and we will select the vendor. And once the vendors has been selected, then after we will create the contract with the T code ME31K. For the scheduling agreement, we are using ME31L, and for the contract, we will be using ME31K. And after once contract has been created, so agreement has been completed, right? After that, when there will be any requirement in the different department of the company, right? So the respective department will create the purchase requisition with ME51N, and here the standard purchasing requisition will be created. And after that, depends upon that, like purchase requisition for that department, we will create the PO again with a NB type, with standard type, and after that we will receive the good with the T code MyGo, and after that we will do the invoice MyGo. These are the steps you can follow. And what will be the configuration to create the like different type document type of a contract and all? So you have to go to the SPRO screen, then SAP reference IMG, then go to material management, then purchasing, then go to the contract. And in that screen, what we can define the number range, document type, and we can define field selection also, where we can mention which field will be mandatory, which field will be optional, right? We can define different field selection over there. Then release procedure also. If you want to activate the release procedure for the contract, you can activate that. So these are the steps we will follow. So come to the practical thing. Let me show the practical thing. So for the practical, let me take the material. This one is our material. This is the vendor, and against this we will create the contract. So first of all, we will do the normal purchase requisition with the RB type. Then we will create the RFAQ. Then maintain the price. Then price comparison will be taking place. Then after we will create the contract. So you guys know how to create the purchase requisition, and how to do the maintain the quotation and all. And let me do the only contract part over here, because already I have selected the vendor. Let example, this is our vendor I have already selected, and this is the material. So for the contract, what we'll do, we will go to the T code ME31K. So let's go. Okay, after this, then we will put the vendor number over here. So what is our vendor number? This is the vendor number. Guys, you can do the with reference to purchase requisition or reference to RFAQ. Since I have not created the purchase requisition right now, I am not doing against that. I just do it in a manual process. So I just put the vendor number over here, and then agreement type. Agreement type will be MK for the quantity contract. Here I have to put the vendor number. This is the vendor. Okay, this is the vendor. Then after, put the purchasing organization. I have to put my purchasing organization, and then put the purchasing group. Then after, you can put the item category, account assignment category if needed. Then put the plan, and then after, put the storage location. Just click enter. This much only, click enter. Then after, put the valid end date. So that means the validity end date for that contract. So the contract, let example, it will end on 14th of December. I just put that, click enter. After that, I have to put the material over here, for which material I am doing the contract. So let me put the material over here. We can do like account assignment category, item category, we can put that also. If you are doing any consignment process, consignment process or like subcontract process, anything you can put the item category, you can put the account assignment category as per the requirement. Let example, we will purchase this material and how much quantity. Let example, we will purchase for the 5,000, 50,000 quantity we will purchase, and with the price, let example 2,000. For quantity we will purchase 2,000, and for 50,000 quantity we will purchase that material from the selected vendor, and agreement end date will be December month. So click enter. So everything is fine. So now if you want to put any conditions regarding the price, you can put the conditions over here. Price condition you can put over here if required. If the vendor is giving any discount and all, just let me put a discount. Yeah, RA00. Let example, the vendor is providing 10% discount. I just put the 10% discount over here, and you can add the freight charges and all. You can put over here. So after condition, go back, and over here there is another thing. You can maintain the scale also. Yes, release document. Go to the conditions. Over here there is the scales. Scale means kya? What is the scale? Scale means, let example, if the purchaser or if the company will purchase, let example 1,000 quantity, this much will be price. Let example, for purchase of 1,000 quantity, the vendor demands to take like a 5,000 per quantity, right? And then the vendor is saying, if you will purchase like 50,000 quantity, you will pay only 3,000. So with the, by increasing the quantity, the price will be minimum. So in this way, you can use the scale also, but I am not using this thing, anything. So I just put the value and I have put the condition record over here. Then after, what I will do, I just save the, I just enter and save this. So now the contract has been created. So let me save this contract number over here. So this is our contract number, right? After the contract, then let example, there will be the purchase requisition in any department. We want to purchase 100, 200 quantity of that material, 200 quantity of that material. So what we will do, we will go to do the PO ME21N. Then put the vendor over here. Put the vendor, otherwise let me put the contract number directly. Copy the contract number and go to the outline agreement over here. Just put over here, click enter. Vendor number automatically came. Now here we will put what will be the quantity, 200 quantity, and in the header data, let me check, everything come automatically, because in the contract we have put the purchase organization, purchase group, and company code, everything coming automatically by putting the outline agreement number over here. And here you can see the price also. Here this price coming from the outline agreement, right? I just put the quantity, 200 quantity we need to purchase again. So now go to check. Now everything is fine. So let me go to the item tab, then go to the invoice tab. Let me put the tax code. This is my tax code, and click on GR based IV, then click search and then save it. So now 200 quantity has been created. PO has been created for 200 quantity. So let me save the PO. So this is the normal PO, right? You can create the PO as per the with reference to the peer, but I am creating the PO directly. But in the real time, you can create the purchase requisition in the department. So now what we'll do, we'll receive the good, MyGo, and put the good receipt document. and put the purchase order over here, click enter. Then 200 quantities is fine. Then click on item OK. Then click on check. Then post. So now good have been received. Let's do the invoice. So put the today's date. And today is the invoice date. Then put the tax code. And then after put the purchase order number over here. Click enter. No delivery exists for the purchase order. Okay, no issue. No delivery cost exists for the purchase order. This one. Why? Let me check. Purchase order number is fine. Okay. So here planned delivery cost has been selected. So let me select the good receive and planned delivery. This one. Now click enter. Okay. So now price is coming. So go to the payment tab and put the baseline date. So let example, I am going to pay for the today's baseline date. Click enter. Then go to the basic data. Then select the calculate tax. Then copy the price. Then put the amount over here in the invoice. Click enter. So now fine. Go to the simulate. And now post the document. So invoice number has been created. So let me display the contract. In contract, what changes is taking place? So go to ME33K, ME33K to display the contract. So this was our contract number, I think. Yeah, this one is our contract number. So just click enter. So we have did the contract for piece 1800. So let me go to the item tab. Then after go to the statistics tab. Then go to the release document. Okay. Go to the item tab again, then go to the statistics, then go to release document. Please first select the line item. Okay, sorry. So select the line item, then go to the item tab, then go to the statistic tab, then a release document. So here what we are seeing, we have created the document, contract document for 50,000 quantity, and now we have received 200 quantity against that contract. So now the open quantity is 49,800. So in this way you can check. And another thing I just want to say is sometimes once the contract quantity has been completed, let example 49,800 quantity is present, right? So I am going to create another PO against that contract 21N, and then after I just put the scheduling agreement number over here. This is the most important thing you should know. Just click enter and put the contract quantity over here. So we have the open quantity 48,000, but I am just putting 49,800 quantity is present, but yes, I am putting for 49,900 quantity over here. That means we have the contract for the 49,800 quantity, but I am putting 100 more quantity to purchase that material. So I'm just clicking a enter over here. So here there is the warning message is coming, target quantity is exceed by 100 because open quantity is for 48,900. If I will click enter, click enter, click enter, then if you will check and save the PO, the PO will be created. There will be no issue. But yes, in a real time, if you want to do the configuration in such a way that, so if the contract quantity will be exceed, so there will be the error message in the PO. So for that configuration, what you will do, you will just go to the SPRO screen, go to SPRO, then go to SAP reference IMG, then after just go to the material management, then go to purchasing, then after go to the environment data, then after go to define attributes for system messages over here. Then here system messages is present, so click on system messages. Over here go to position, and here version is let even 00 and message is 41. What is that? We will see. Here the 41 message number, valid period for the contract exceeds on. Here what is the checkbox? Go to the drop down. Here no message, warning and error. So here no message is received or warning, you can choose anything. Here warning message has been selected, that's why warning message is coming. If I will select the error message over here, I just put error and here I did the symbol E, right? And just save that. Okay, I save. So now let me go to the purchase order again against that, right? So let me refresh the purchase order again, ME21N, and just put the outline agreement number. This was our agreement number. Click enter. Here now let me put the same quantity 49,900 by exceeding 100 quantity. Click enter. Click enter. Delivery data next day. Okay. Click enter. Click check. Okay, no message issued. There is some problem, I think. So let me check again. Go to the purchase requisition. Valid period for the contract exceed on. Okay, valid period exceed. Okay, my mistake. Target value of the contract exceed net price. Valid period for the contract exists. Here we increase the quantity, so we have to select the message as per the quantity. Net price for the item taken from the condition. Target value of the contract exceed. So contract had different purchasing requisition. Let me check one by one. What will be the message number? Valid period. Contract had different purchasing organization. Replacement. Net price. Target value of the contract exceed. Purchasing requisition. Quantity smaller than the invoice quantity. Target quantity exceed. Okay. Target. Let me. Target value. Target quantity of the invoice. Target quantity exceed. Let me do it the this one as error message. So let me check again. So do this E and then save this. So let me do the PO again. Refresh the PO 21N. You can check from your side also. So let me put the outline agreement number over here. This was our outline agreement number. Click enter. Quantity 14,990. Click enter. Now the target quantity exceed by 100 quantity. So now what happened? The message is coming as a error message. So here if you will check, the system will never allow you to save the purchase order. So in this way you can do the configuration, so that if the contract date has been like completed, there will be the error message. Otherwise, if the quantity will be exceed, in this way there will be the error message. So in this way you will check that. And if you will go to the value contract, in the value contract, what will be the changes? So for that, ME31K, let's go for the value contract only. So for the value contract over here, what we will choose? Put here the WK. WK is the agreement type for the value contract. So here WK will be the value contract type. Then put the date, agreement date, and put the vendor number over here. I just put the vendor number. Then plant, storage location, everything. Now click enter. Then after put the validity date, end date. as we have put. And here target value, when we have created the quantity based agreement, in that time there was no target value option, but here we have to put the value option over here, particularly the value. Let example, we are going to purchase this matter for up to 2 lakh rupees. Yes, 2 lakh rupees. Here target value you will mention over here, then click enter. Then after put the material number over here. Then after you may put the quantity. It's not a problem, and it's not required to put the quantity also. Here directly put the price, how much price that will be. Let example 4,000 will be the price for quantity. Just click enter. So if there will be if you are going to do the contract with for the 2 or 3 number item, you can put the target quantity over here also. What that mean? If let example this is one material and I am putting the target quantity is 1,000, and here I just putting another material, this one, and I am putting the 300 quantity. Click enter. So what this mean? If you are putting the quantity over here, then by respect this like like agreement, you can purchase this much quantity only against that like value contract. If you are not putting any target quantity over here, so this contract will be going up to the value we have entered, like we have put the 2 lakh rupees. Right, in this way you can like select the value contract. And if you are facing any difficulties, any doubt, any query regarding the value contract, please comment, and I can create another video for that audio also. But there is no changes, you can put as normal as possible, right? And that save this. So thank you so much for listening me and watching my video, and kindly subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.